Okay, today let's start with a forward fold. So you're just gonna let your legs come out in front. Let's just loosen them up a little bit. You want to be relaxed. Relaxed legs here. Maybe you can pull your butt out from underneath you so you can tilt your hips forward a little easier. And then just let your upper body hang forward. Shoulders relaxed, neck relaxed. Although if it hurts to completely let your head go, you can hold your head up a little bit. And just start noticing your breath. Noticing the stretching coming up your spine and into your shoulders and neck. Notice the stretching in the back of your legs and lower back. And as you relax into this pose, maybe you start to feel your upper body slowly releasing further towards your legs. And let's press into the palms to slowly stack your spine. And just as a counter to that deep forward bend, let's keep the knees bent up, come onto your back, and we'll do bridge pose. So you can barely touch your heels with your fingertips, feet are hip width apart, and then lift your hips in the air, reaching your tailbone forward, pressing into your feet. And slowly lower back down. And then let's come back to seated and extend the right leg out, left leg in. And here, let's do a big side stretch. So bring the left arm up and over, reaching towards your toes, flex your toes to the ceiling. Try to plant that left hip bone down on the mat as you reach and stretch along the left side of your body. And then let's face the right knee, place your hands on either side of your leg and just forward fold over the right leg. Hopefully feel a nice stretch in the lower back on the left side. And then let's walk hands over to the left, roll the hips forward and try to find a stretch in that inner thigh on the right side. And then coming back to seated, let's switch sides, right leg in, left leg out. And we're gonna reach that right arm up and over, flexing the toes up, reaching your fingertips towards your toes. So this side, plant that right hip bone down, reach and stretch. Nice deep breaths into the right side of your rib cage. And then bring your chest to face your left leg, frame your leg with your hands, and forward fold over the left leg. Again, hopefully feel a nice stretch on the lower back on the right side. And then let's walk hands over to the right, rolling the hips forward to find that stretch on the inner left thigh. All right, coming back to seated. Let's come onto our hands and knees. And let's curl the back toes under, lift knees off the floor, coming into plank pose. So nice strong plank pose here, pulling your abdomen in towards your spine, reach back through your heels, legs are strong. And then take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, lift your hips, downward dog. Extend along the sides of your body, maybe pedal your feet, bending your knees one by one. And then let's keep the right knee bent deeply, press down into your left heel, stretching the back of the left calf. Keep pressing the floor away, pressing into your fingers and knuckles. And switch sides, deep bend in the left knee. Feel that stretch on the back of the right leg. And then coming back into our downward dog position. Let's lift the right leg, bend the right knee, open your hips out to the side. Maybe do some circles with your right ankle. And we're going to bring this all the way down through and under into our split leg side plank. Left arm lifts, lift your hips. Option to press into that left foot, see if you can lift your right leg in the air using those inner thigh muscles. And then let's come back into a three-legged dog. Right leg lifts. Let's step the right foot forward, coming into a runner's lunge. Let's just take a second to sink into the left hip. Feel that stretching open the front of your left hip. And then from here, slowly, carefully, we're going to come into plank on the left side. So plant your left palm, step, turn onto the outer edge of the back foot, and then right foot comes on top of the left, and reach your right arm up, lift your hips. See if you can bend the right knee now, lifting the knee up high, and then step back into a runner's lunge. And then let's step back into three-legged dog, right leg lifting. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Feel your chest sinking towards the floor, pressing towards your thighs. And then lift your left leg, bend your left knee, open hips out to the side. Feel that stretching your hips. Maybe you do some circles with your left ankle. And then this side, we're going to come down and all the way through into plank on the left, split leg plank, right arm lifts. Lift your hips. Option to lift the left leg in the air, squeezing your inner thighs towards each other. And then let's come back into three-legged dog. Lift the left leg. And then step the left foot through, runner's lunge, other side. Let's sink into that right hip. And then from here, we're coming into side plank on the other side. So plant the right foot, you can twist the back foot to the outer edge. Carefully, slowly step the left leg to stack and lift your left arm. Lift your hips. Space in the shoulders. Now bend the left knee up and see if you can come gracefully back into runner's lunge. And then step left leg back, three-legged dog. And left foot down. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Come forward into plank. And then we're going to lower all the way to the floor. So we're going to start here with Cobra pose. Place your palms flat under your shoulders, arms in, touching your body. Squeeze your legs together. Press your feet into the floor. And then lift your upper body off the floor using just your lower back strength. Shoulders back and down. Lower body firm. Make sure you can breathe comfortably here. If you can't breathe, then lower down a little bit till you can. Main objective here is to strengthen the muscles along your spine. Slowly lower down, bring your right ear to the mat, arms by your sides, and take a couple breaths. Bring your chin forward, palms flat under your shoulders for the second time. Squeeze your legs and glutes, press your feet down, lift your upper body, shoulders relaxed, arms relaxed. Now press a little bit into your hands, lift up a little bit more, using some back strength to help, or some arm strength to help. And then slowly lower back down, left ear to the mat, arms by your sides. All right, we're going to press back onto all fours. And we're going to do that sequence we just did one more time. So coming up into plank. And then press hips up into downward facing dog. Lift the right leg, bend your right knee, open hips out to the side. Circles with the ankle. And then bring the right leg down, under and through. Split leg side plank. Maybe lift your right leg. Come back into three-legged dog, right leg lifted. And then step the right foot through, runner's lunge. Plant the left palm, twist onto the outside of the left leg and come into side plank, right leg lifted, or right arm lifted. Option to lift the right leg too. Bend your right knee to come back into runner's lunge and lift the right leg back and up. Three-legged dog. Right leg down. Now lift your left leg, bend your left knee, open your hips out to the side. Twist in your left ankle around. And then bring the left leg under and through, side plank, right arm lifted. Maybe lift that left leg off the floor. And then come back, three-legged dog, left leg lifted. And step the left leg through, runner's lunge. Plant the right palm, come into side plank, left arm lifted. Option to lift the left leg. Bend the left knee, back to runner's lunge. Lift your left leg back and up, three-legged dog. And left foot down. And then come forward into plank. And let's lower all the way to the mat. So this time we're going to do full locust. Bring your arms out to the side. Again, squeeze your legs together. Squeeze your glutes. Squeeze your arms. And then let's lift everything off the floor. Try to keep your legs squeezing together. And again, make sure you can breathe comfortably. If you can't breathe, you've gone too far. Focus your awareness on all the muscles you're using in your back and try to relax any muscles that you're not using, especially in your face. And slowly lower down, arms by your side, right ear on the mat. Take some breaths. And then bring your chin back out, arms out to the sides. Squeeze your legs, your glutes. Squeeze the muscles in your arms. And then let's lift everything up. Seeing all those muscles along the spine, glutes, hamstrings. Squeeze the shoulder blades together as you reach your fingers away. And slowly lower down, left ear on the mat, arms by your sides, and breathe. Let's come into Sphinx pose, elbows under the shoulders, palms flat. Plant your palms, press into the floor to pull your chest through your shoulders, shoulders back and down. Thinking about trying to get more of a back bend in the upper back. Now widen the palms apart, press up into seal. Still keeping the shoulders back and down. Might want to engage the glutes a little bit, take any pressure off of your lower back. But again, thinking about trying to get more of a back bend in the upper spine. Feeling the stretch in your abdomen. And slowly lower down. And let's do our pec and shoulder stretch. So bring your right arm out to the side, 90-degree angle. Let's press onto the right side. Feel that stretch in your right shoulder and pec. Opening up these front shoulder muscles that can get short and tight from punching. Come back to your stomach. Let's switch sides, left arm out, 90-degree angle. Press onto your left side. Make any adjustments you need to feel this more or less. Elbow up to feel more, elbow down to feel less. come back to your stomach. Let's press up to all fours and we're gonna come into pigeon pose. So bring right knee forward, swing this shin across your body and settle your hips back. Let's start lifting up. Maybe grab the sides of your mat, bring the chest forward. Again, trying to bend the upper spine. Take a little bit of pressure off the lower back. And then let's come forward part way or all the way. And if you'd like to add a twist here, bring your left arm under your right. Let's slowly come out of pigeon, but let's roll weight onto the right hip so that we're facing more sideways. And then bend the left leg in, grab your left foot and pull it in for a quad stretch. Once you have a good bend in this leg, you might even want to try rolling your left hip forward a bit to bring that stretch more into the center of the thigh. Release the left foot. From here, let's plant the palms. See if you can come back into a runner's lunge, right foot in front. Let's come up into our warrior two. Strong legs here. Just sit down nice and low. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Reach the fingers out, just like in locust pose. Back leg should be strong. Glutes squeezing. Belly in, tailbone down. Let's straighten the front leg, reverse triangle. And come forward into triangle. Trying to keep everything in one line. So make sure your butt's not sticking out. Come back to warrior two. Back to low lunge. And then let's step back to plank, knees down. Bring the left knee forward for pigeon on the other side. So again, let's lift the chest, shoulders back and down. Feeling this back bend. And then coming down part of the way or all the way. And if you'd like to twist, bring your right arm under your left. Slowly come back up. Let's rock the weight onto the left hip so we're facing more to the side. Grab your right foot, pull it in. And once you have that right foot pulled in, maybe you want to rotate that right hip down towards the mat more to feel that stretch in the quad. And then release the right foot. And let's come back into a runner's lunge. So bring the left foot forward, right leg back. Set the back heel down. Come up into warrior two. Sit down nice and low. Squeezing the glutes, pressing into your feet. Back leg is engaged. Arms engaged. Straighten your front leg, reverse triangle. And then come into triangle. Stomach in, spine long. And then warrior two. And back down into your runner's lunge. All right, step back into plank. Knees down. And let's swing the legs out in front. Come onto your back. Hug the knees in. We're coming into a reclined twist, so just allow your knees to drop over to the left. Try to keep your right shoulder on the floor. Right arm can come out to the side or up by your head, wherever it feels good. Let's bring knees back to center. Hug your knees in. Drop your knees off to the right. Left arm can come out to the left or up by your head. Trying to keep that left shoulder on the floor. Of course, it's all right if it does come up. Let's bring knees back to center. Plant your feet, hip width apart for another bridge. So once you have your feet placed, let's lift the hips, pressing into the soles of your feet. Reach your tailbone away from you. Squeeze the glutes. Try to keep your knees hip width apart. Don't let them flare out. And lower your hips. And then you can either do that again or come into full wheel. So if you're coming into full wheel, then place your palms on either side of your head, fingers pointing towards your feet. Lift onto the top of your head. And then maybe from here, lift up into the air. Slowly lower down, come out the way you came in. Let's squeeze the knees in one more time. And then bring the legs out, long arms by your side for Savasana. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath. And completely relax. Just keeping your awareness on your breath. Your mind has wandered off. It's all right, bring it back. Maybe just try to focus on the feeling of your breath as it's moving through your nose. Now start to deepen your breath. Move your fingers and toes, hands and feet, arms and legs. If you'd like, bring your arms over your head for a full body stretch. And then either turn onto your side and push up or roll on your spine back to seated.